August 2016, we had the incredible honor of reuniting some stars of the CBS daytime drama Guiding Light. Remember this? Grant Alexander, Cynthia Watros, Tina Sloan, and Michael O'Leary took part in a roundtable interview ahead of their performance in O'Leary's play, Breathing Under Dirt. We really did have a good time, didn't we?
That was a wonderful day. So guess what? Grant, Tina, and Michael are all coming back to perform the play again coming up in May, and they're bringing more Guiding Light alum to join them. Michael O'Leary joins us this afternoon to fill us in on this exciting development. It's good to see you, sir.
Thank you, Jimmy. Good to be back.
So you're bringing back Breathing Under Dirt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We had that launch in it's almost a year and a half ago, and it was we got a great review from a Washington D.C. theater critic. Long story short, I sent the play off to a director named Larry Moss, and Larry Moss is one of the preeminent director acting coaches in the world. He coaches Leonardo DiCaprio, Helen Hunt, Hilary Swank to Oscars. So I sent the play off to him as sort of a one-in-a-million shot. Well, lo and behold, he read the play and he loved it, and now he's directing it.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's
Congratulations.
incredible.
Thank you.
That has to make you feel good. Okay, so for those who did not catch the play the last time it was here, what's it about?
The play is really about, it's about forgiveness and reconciliation. And for me as a playwright, it was reaching a place of forgiving my father. My father was an alcoholic. He was a Marine Corps. He got out of the Marine Corps, and I think he was very troubled, and he had a drinking problem, and unfortunately took it out on the kids, us. So he has since passed, and I think part of the journey for me as a writer was finding a way to forgive my father. So the play is about forgiveness and reconciliation, and it's about forgiving those that we love while we're still alive, and putting bitterness and anger behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're doing a stage reading this time, or a reader's theater?
We're doing a stage reading for those who are not familiar with that. It's actors have the script in hand. We'll be lavalier mic'd. We're going to be at the Ward Museum on May 12th, the day before Mother's Day. And the War Museum is just a beautiful, intimate setting, big glass windows overlooking a lake, and the Guiding Light cast members that you mentioned will be there, along with Larry. And the purpose of this is for us to read the play. I've been in really intense development the last year with Larry Moss, and see where we are with the story. And it gives the audience members a chance to participate in giving us feedback.
Oh, wow.
Which is really great. And then after that, we're going to have a reception, so the attendees will get a chance to interact with the cast members and then meet Larry Moss.
Yeah, that's exciting. Okay, so we mentioned that the last time you were here, we had our little reunion of Guiding Light alum. Cynthia Watros was here. She participated last time. She will not be participating this time, but you have two more.
We have Beth Chamberlain, who is a 25-year-plus veteran of Guiding Light, and Beth Chamberlain and Grant Alexander were a couple on Guiding Light for years and years. They will be a couple in this play, and Tina Sloan will be returning, and then we have a new person, Ivana Kopez, who will also be participating. So we'll have five GL cast members here.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Can you tell us more about Larry Moss? I mean, it's not somebody that we normally, he's not in our circles, he's in your circles.
Right. Larry, I studied with Larry 25 years ago as an actor, and Larry is the Stella Adler of our day. He is the preeminent acting teacher in the world. He is going into Melbourne, Australia they're flying him out there to teach his modality of acting. Larry's requested on movie sets with, as I said, Leonardo DiCaprio, Helen Hunt, Kate Hudson. He's doing Broadway shows. I think he's going to be doing the movie about Montgomery Cliff with Matt Bomer coming up. So, you know,
if
an actor's looking to get an Oscar, which Hilary Swank did, which Helen Hunt did, they asked for Larry Moss to be on the set.
Wow. And people on Delmarva will have the opportunity to actually speak with him and talk to him a little
and
bit.
ask questions of Larry and get his advice. So people who are, you know, it's not even actor specific. If you play the trombone, if you're an artist, Larry started his career in musical theater. If you're a singer, if you do anything in the arts, Larry's the guy to talk to. And I would say for people to Google Larry Moss and see him on YouTube, he's just a gifted, gentle, sweet man who understands the craft of acting and musical theater too, by the way. He's often requested for people who are doing musical theater.
All right, well, I think a lot of people are going to be excited to attend this because it's Mother's Day weekend. Let's go over the event details. It's Breathing Under Dirt, May 12th, which is a Saturday at 6 p.m. at the Ward Museum of Wildfall Art. Tickets range between $40 and $60 depending on if you would just want to see the reading or if you want to actually participate in the other events. And of course, we have all that information on our
Right,
website.
and then there's a Mother's Day package for those who want to bring their mother. There's a special deal for moms. They give them a gift package and flowers, and that's all on the website too.
Can we got to go, but can I ask you something before you
Sure,
go?
yeah.
We get to see you a lot more than I would expect us to see someone of
Right.
your statue and where you go. Why is that? Why are you here so much?
I have to say, this feels like home to me.
Yeah?
Yeah, this feels like home. Lower Shore, I got to give props to Lower Shore, and the two young ladies are here today who are also in the play. Meredith and Alana, who are from this community, fabulous actors, is that I got a chance to meet the people in this community, and they were so behind us. The board members, they said, "Listen, we're going to get this done. Here's the theater. Here are the resources." And the board members, we get to stay at their homes, which we've been doing. So we kind of feel like we're part of their family. So feels like just kind of like coming home for me.
Wow.
And this is my fourth or fifth time down here doing acting seminars and stuff like that. And so for me, Lower Shore in Maryland, Salisbury, is the launching place for the play, and we hope there's some good signs that it'll be coming to New York sometime soon.
All right.
So
Michael O'Leary, thank you as always.
thank you.
For being with us on the show today.